Bullish Dogelon Mars, elon, cost expectations range somewhere in the range of 0.000007072032 and $0.000001 by 2030. Market investigators accept elon could reach 0.0000055047 by 2025. Bearish Dogelon Mars market cost expectation for 2023 is $0.000001257250 Dogelon Mars, elon, presentation Dogelon Mars, elon, is one of a few Doge-themed crypto tokens accessible last year in 2021. The crypto's makers depict it as a fair all-inclusive cash for individuals and an interplanetary money utilized by space colonizers. Dogelon Mars isn't just a digital money yet, in addition a person in a comic series that is accessible for buy as non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Unexpectedly, you can get them with Ethereum, ETH. Despite the fact that this digital currency has an enormous and enthusiastic local area, there are various motivations to be careful about it. This digital currency guide will reveal all that you want to be aware of Dogelon Mars and its highlights. By the by, our essential spotlight will stay on the Dogelon Mars cost forecast from 2022 to 2030. What is Dogelon Mars? Dogelon is a blockchain-based environment used to create and uphold space projects. It is utilized for trading merchandise, making installments, and remunerating donors. Dogelon Mars was sent off on April 23, 2021. In any case, there's no data accessible about the symbolics maker. It likewise comes up short on white paper framing its central goal and targets. Nothing recognizes Dogelon Mars from other crypto tokens regarding utility. You can purchase, sell, and send it to crypto wallets, yet that is valid for pretty much every computerized cash. Nonetheless, the Dogelon Mars engineers have done a couple of interesting things. Buterin gave roughly 43% of the elon tokens to the Methuselah establishment, a cause committed to expanding human lifespan. In May 2021, the establishment swore not to offer any of those tokens to propel elon's drawn-out incentive for basically a year. In the wake of sending half of the coins to Vitalik Buterin, the excess portion of the tokens are secured the Uniswap liquidity pool as elon and ETH matches, which will remain for eternity. They likewise put 40 ETH in the liquidity pool, worth around $100,000 at that point. Dogelon Blemishes Group then consumed, obliterated, the liquidity supplier tokens they got, keeping them from pulling out or gathering any of Uniswap's liquidity rewards, which will just accumulate after some time. The Dogelon Mars Group showed that they wouldn't commit a mat draw, a crypto trick in which designers siphon up the worth of their virtual cash, pull back however much they can, and dump the task by consuming the liquidity supplier tokens. The Dogelon Mars originators cannot do so in light of the fact that they consumed the tokens they got for keeping assets into the task. Maybe that is the justification for why Dogelon Mars presents itself as a venture pointed toward fixing the harm done by digital currency tricksters. Trick casualties are encouraged to give elon tokens to the Dogelon Mars people group. How does Dogelon Mars work? Dogelon Mars is an Ethereum blockchain put together ERC20 token accessible with respect to Uniswap, which can be traded for other digital currencies. Most of holders keep it in a blockchain wallet, and some will give tokens to survivors of cryptographic money tricks to help the local area's main goal. Dogelon Mars will be extended, as indicated by the group. In late 2021, an undertaking declaration expressed that crypto marking would be accessible soon through another $elon administration token. What's more, the designers are dealing with an NFT assortment. Coordinated efforts. Dogelon Mars' most huge cooperation has been with the Methuselah establishment. The establishment has picked the Dogelon Mars people group, and it distributed the Amicus token paper to talk about its arrangements for digital money. Like the Dogelon Mars comics, it even made its own personality, Methuselah Mars. The Dogelon Mars people group likewise gave assets to send a vascular tissue science investigation to the Global Space Station through its organization with the Methuselah establishment, IS. This procured it a notice on Twitter from the IS public lab. Dogelon Mars coin outlined the makers of this specific canine coin are obscure, just like the makers of its more noticeable and laid-out cousins. That is a genuinely normal event for image coins, and financial backers should, in all seriousness, practice alert while managing obscure coins to try not to succumb to noxious practices, for example, carpet pulls and leave tricks. Dogelon Mars is at present worth $0.000001571569 United States dollars. Elon has moved 1.71% as of now, with an exchanging volume of $44,206,187. Dogelon Mars is at present position 324 among all digital forms of money, with a market capitalization of $86,381,387, United States dollars. Using the general strength record, RSI, moving weighted normal, MWA, Williams fractal, and moving normal union dissimilarity, MACD, from the graph above, we can decide cost designs for Dogelon Mars, elon, to conclude whether having a bullish or negative year is going. Our cost expectation estimates utilize continuous Dogelon Mars, elon, market information, and all information is refreshed live on our site. This permits us to give dynamic cost expectations in view of current market movement. Dogelon Mars, elon, value forecast 2023. Dogelon Mars, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astonishing digital currencies to rise this year, elon. The elon cost figure for 2023 expects a critical expansion in the year's final part, potentially coming to $0.00000235734443. Similarly, as with other cryptographic forms of money, the ascent will be progressive, however no impressive drops are normal. Averaging $0.000002200188 in cost is very aggressive, yet it is doable soon, given expected joint efforts and progressions. Elon is supposed to have a base worth of $0.000001885874. Dogelon Mars, elon, value expectation 2024. Of every 2024, Dogelon Mars elon cost forecast has a lot of space for development. Because of the expected declarations of various new organizations and drives, we guess that the cost of elon will before long outperform $0.000003928907. Be that as it may, we ought to stand by to check whether the elon's general strength file emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Taking into account the market unpredictability, elon will exchange with a base exchanging cost of $0.000003143125 and a typical exchanging cost of $0.00000345743883. Dogelon Mars, elon, value forecast 2025. Assuming the vertical pattern go on until 2025, it could reach $0.0000055047 and elon might benefit. On the off chance that the market encounters a decay, the objective may not be met. Elon is supposed to exchange at a typical cost of $0.00000502900012 and a low of $0.00000471468886 in 2025.